Week 58 of reselling online, and it has been a journey to get here. Now, I say this all the time, but once again, each week to its own, and it is a roller coaster ride. And this week, there's been a few takeaways that I want to share with you. It's been a book selling week, which is really good because I just did that book video. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. And it's been a bit of a slow grind this week, but I do have a quick tip that I want to share with you that maybe is going to help bring back customers or just win over that positive feedback. It's worked for me and it should work for you. So top item number one that sold for this week is some more Anne of Green Gables. Now these have been flying out the door when I've got them. This has gone over to Canada. This actually sold with another bundle of books. So this was only part of that sale. The total sale came to about $215. But for this one specifically, it cost me $10.30 for these 8 books. Sold it for $80 plus postage. I've profited $66.58 and it's gone all the way over to Canada. So not too bad. Top item number 2, this one is some more books. Childcraft, I actually picked these up from Salvos. I have paid up for them. It's $32.20 for about 18 books. Sold these for $99.97 plus postage, so I've come out with a profit of $58.62 after fees. Top item number 3. Now this one I would have never picked up if I hadn't been watching so many other people selling their toys. Big shout out to Diary of a Flipper and Scott from Moderns and Memories. So big shout out to all those that are doing the toys. This one is a vintage Voltron, and you know, I had to reach out to really understand what it was. And I've purchased this for $1.60. I thought it was broken, but I didn't realize all the hands and things pull out and all that jazz. Anyway, I got it anyway because it was $1. Figured it out, sold it for $60 plus postage. I've profited $49.20. It's just crazy, incredible. And this only sat around for about probably 24 hours to 48 hours. Top item number 4 is some vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I got these in a bit of a bundle from an op shop at the start of the year. I've paid $3.70 for this lot. I've sold them for $60 and I've come out with a profit of $48.32 after fees and postage. And then top item number 5 was this Lego bundle that I actually picked up in one of those bundle bags from a local Vinnie's. I've paid $2.20 for this. That's because it's an average cost of goods. There was a whole bunch of other Lego items that I separated out. I sold this for $70. I've profited $42.15 after fees and postage out of my pocket. Not too bad. So lessons for this week, and I don't want to dive in too much about this, but I just kind of want to challenge your thinking when it comes to it, is when you're selling things or when you do sell things, are you considering, is it worth your time? And this is something I've had to really think about more so coming into this year with a 40 ASP goal. And basically only selling goods that it's going to get me a $40 average sale price. And it's a challenging challenge. But I think even things of like people, I don't usually do local pickup, right? And if people wanting to come pick up, you know, for items that are $10 and things like that, you know, you got to organize time, you got to muck around, you know, they might come later, or they, you know, they're wanting to get details, and sometimes by the amount of time you're doing handling in managing that pickup of the item, you know, you've wasted an additional 30 minutes or something. And that's something that I was really challenged with this week, is because I had someone that wanted to pick up something for $15. I don't do pickup. Realized it just wasn't worth my time for a $10, $15 item. I was probably gonna have to spend 30 minutes, or if I was gonna meet them somewhere. They eventually just decided to pay for postage because I did say, look, if you want to pick it up, you can only pick it up between this 2-hour window on this certain day. Yeah, it's just something that's really challenged me this week, and I want to challenge you with it, is do you challenge yourself in terms of other things that you're doing worth your time? And that might even come down to the processes that you're doing, which is to the next point that I have, which is ask yourself, what do you enjoy and what don't you enjoy in your processes, right? Maybe you're selling a lot of DVDs and you're not printing out labels and you're writing on the bubble mailer. If you don't enjoy that, find a way that you can make it quicker and efficient and that you enjoy it. It might cost you or 15 cents per DVD sale, but you're going to have a lot more time back and you're going to be happy and you're going to enjoy the process. So just little things that you can think about, and that comes to the third point, which is small improvements. Find small improvements that you can do that's going to enable you to value your time better, but also enable you to enjoy what you're doing. Of course, we all love the thrifting part, but sometimes the hard work or the work we don't like comes behind the scenes, listing, packing, processing, storage, all that jazz, and it can be a bit of a challenge each week, and depending on what you sell, but that would be my challenge to you, is think about how you can change this up, small improvements, and challenge your thinking. The final point is actually the hot tip, the quick tip that I want to share with you, and I had a question. Basically, you know, do I put in a business card in my sales? Yes, I do, and I'm going to show you quickly what that looks like, but the whole key here is really, I like to put it in there as the first thing that they see, so they're going to see it, they remember it. Of course, I've wanted to make sure that I've packaged this in a great way so that they're going to remember that with great packaging in mind. And you know, they flip it over and there's a few details saying, any issues, do let us know, make sure you leave some feedback, la-di-da-di-da, thank you for supporting our small business. And people get this mindset that I am small, so they're willing to help out. I had a guy understand that I was a small business. This was actually just via messages, and he didn't want to have to me to take a hit because I was offering free postage. He said, I'm happy to pay some postage, because he'd purchased about 10 items in total over 5 sales. And he said, you're a small business, let me pay for some postage, happy to help out, you know, every dollar counts. And things like that, that mentality is really, really encouraging. So put in a business card if you can afford it. You know, it probably works out maybe, you know, 10 cents, 20 cents per sale. But in the long run, I feel like it's helping you get better feedback. People are reaching out to you, and it's just providing that customer connection as well. So this week, how have we gone? It's been an interesting week. As I said, it was a bit of a slow grind week. Only 42 sales, average sale price $31.70, so I'm nowhere near that $40. But of course, this includes everything that I've been selling since I've listed since last year. Margin 65%, not too bad. Cost of goods $159.29. Revenue was sitting around $1,330, and profit we came in at $864. As you can see, average cycle time for this week has been 29 days. So less than that 30-day, which is pretty good. This is one of my best weeks in terms of items that I've listed and items that I've pushed through. Some of this has come because of relists, like selling, you know, ending and selling similar, and that means they've moved out the door quicker from a cycle time. But to have 29 days of things going through the store, that's pretty good sell-through rate. So very happy with this. As you can see, books have been a big one for this week, DVDs as well, and the others have just kind of been here and there. Progress over time, as you can see, we're kind of just on an average week. An average week for me is around that $1,100 point. So we are still above average, but it is basically an average week for me. Lowest you can see and highest being there. So this still gives me some perspective of how I'm tracking in terms of listings and in terms of sales. You know, we've done 105 listings. Some of these have been relists or sell similar because I was away for a couple of days. I've been able to sell 42 items. You know, works out to about 15 listings per day and 6 sales per day. So still very solid numbers. And that roller coaster ride, as you can see, the start of the week, it actually was pretty good. And a lot of these sales came after 9 p.m. on the days. And that's why it was a bit of a grind, because through the day, you're like doing all this work, you're looking and things aren't selling. Things aren't moving. You're like, what is going on? But it did pull through. We did have Friday there, which was kind of quiet, but made it up on the weekend. So all in all, it was a pretty good week. Can't complain. How are we tracking for goals, milestones, and all that jazz? Well, milestones, we're at 83% to the next milestone, which is 75,000. So we're at 62,500. And 2022 goals, we're at 14% to my goal profit, to my profit goal of $60,000. ASP, we're sitting at $35.19. That includes everything that I've sold, not just items in 2022. You can see that down the bottom. We'll get to that in a second. Daily listing, we're at 14.63. Revenue, profit, sales, you can see it all there. But really, the items that I've sourced in 2022, I've sourced and sold 66 items. Now, I've obviously sourced more, but I've only sold 66 of those, which works out to be an average ASP of $57.48, which is pretty good to just keep myself, you know, confident knowing that I am hitting that ASP target. It's around, can I continue to do this more than the items that I already have listed, which is going to be a big challenge. All right, let's jump into some show and tell. All right, team, it's Wednesday morning. Just a couple of items going out. It's been a pretty quiet week, but we've got this one going out. That one's gone for about, I think, $19. This guy, he's only gone for about 12. That's new and sealed. This guy went for 29, I think it was. This one has gone for $54, listed and sold within 4 hours. Jeepers, that was quick. Probably sold a bit under, but there was a few marks on it. These guys have gone for 26. The Wicked series, and this guy's just a quick $7 to $9 out the door. So yeah. All right, team, so it's Friday, just getting the mail run ready to rumble before I head out as well. So a few interesting things that have been selling in. I haven't got everything here. I've got a couple of games and DVDs, but they're not really big tickets, but I'll take you through some of the bangers. So we've got this Jet Pilot shirt. As you can see here, it's got a bikini girl print. That one has gone for 35. Got some Kappa pants. I think they went for 49. Only picked them up just the other day. I've got Isaac Asimov, the Foundation trilogy. This one has gone for $50. First edition. Picked that up from Sabres not that long ago. Actually, it might not be a first edition, but it's just an older version, so it went for it. This is one of the Xbox controllers that I got. This one only went for done this one for 45.
it is got an issue, which I was very, very clear in the description about that. This guy went for 50, picked him up just the other day. These Anne and Green Gables, these are the ones I picked up just the other day as well, plus the 2 Chronicles of Avonlea. They've gone for $120 or so, $115 plus $90 postage. So it's basically worked about $205 all the way over to Canada. Shout out to my boy Kevin. If you haven't checked out Kevin's content, go check it out because he's over in Canada, and yeah, shout out, man. And then these Childcraft, these have gone for $135, somewhere there anyway. And this little guy too, he's gone for, I think he just went for 25. Yeah, not too bad, guys. It's been pretty good. So a few more DVDs and things to pack up as well, but these were the bangers. It's been a bit of a quiet week, but some big stuff going out, so I'll get some more space back. So, oh yeah. Almost missed this guy, he's so small. So this is an Outback Queensland Royal Flying Doctor Service badge. This guy has gone for $16 all by itself. So got that out of a lot of pins. That one cost me 13 cents.
Now to finish off, I want to talk about perspective, and I like to do this to help you just see that every week isn't the same and every week is going to be different. And this week you can see that from a profit ranking. This week it came out to be week 16 out of 58 weeks. And you know, sometimes you're going to have those big weeks and sometimes you're just going to have those mediocre weeks. And I think this is one thing that I use to help me just stay in the zone, stay focused, and understand that it's not really a bad week. You know, I'm still in the top 20 weeks, which means I'm in the top 50%, right? So something to really consider and something to maybe think about looking at yourself of where you're actually landing in your, you know, high versus a low, because these things will help you just charge on, stick to your guns, and make it happen. Really do appreciate being here. If you do have questions, if you've got comments, let me know below. More than happy to answer. And if you haven't checked out the video of how to sell books on eBay, go check that one out. Really detailed. There will be another video coming out of these types, you know, around media and DVDs and things like that. I also have an updated video coming out explaining how I send my DVDs and media items. So stay tuned for that one. Really do appreciate you being here. You have a wonderful day. Cheers.